Nothing can be as bad as Mordecai, right? Black Mass is a true story about James Whitey Bulger, an infamous violent criminal of South Boston who became an informant for the FBI to help take down an Italian mafia that was invading his turf. Now, I was really looking forward to this movie. Not only was it stacked with an amazing group of actors slash actresses, but each trailer was better than the next. The one thing that I was most looking forward to is kind of a return to form for Johnny Depp, as he hasn't made the best choices in movies the past few years. In fact, I would say his last good movie was Public Enemies back in 2009, so it has been a long time. Some might consider Rango his last good movie. However, I'm not sure about that one, as he only lent his voice to that and didn't act in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Depp is back, and boy, this is a great film. Well acted, brutal violence, and an intriguing story. I'm not someone who gets affected by violence in movies all that much. There are a few movies that when some action goes down, it can affect me, and this is one of them. And that may be because the scenes that were violent in nature come few and far in between. 95% of the action scenes in the movie were already seen in the trailer, so this movie definitely relies heavily on the story and the acting, and luckily both are just superb. Nobody really gives a dull performance, and the story holds up because of these actors, even when the story just wants to take a dip because it's going to boring town. But you know what? These actors are just so great. And the standouts for me were Benedict Cumberbatch, obviously, Joel Edgerton, Kevin Bacon, and Dakota Johnson for the short time that she was in it. And that's a complaint I have about this movie. There were some plot holes, and you weren't given conclusions on what happened to some of the characters, almost like the movie intends on you doing your own research out after this movie to find out what happened to them, or you're supposed to know about these people before going in. And even though I want to read more about Whitey Bulger and the Winter Hill Gang, it shouldn't be left up to me with doing my own research and having these unsatisfied character arcs. This problem may occur due to the time gaps that this movie makes. You go from 1975 to 1981 and finally finishing off at 1985. And this is due to the movie trying to tell one complete story and not have every little thing that happened to these men in this movie. This might leave some audience members thinking that nothing really happened between those time gaps. That may be true, however, I'm sure that there's more to this, and the writers cut things from the script in order to tell one overarching story that only highlighted events that took place during this time, as I'm sure that the gang was having more problems and shit was going down than just helping out the FBI. So at times, Black Mass is a very slow movie, and it feels like a movie that I'll only really watch once. It's not something you have to rush out to the theaters to see. It's more of an at-home viewing kind of movie. It's a very good movie, don't get me wrong. It's just one of those movies. It's kind of hard to explain. So this is a return to form of sorts for Johnny Depp. Of course, his next movies are like Pirates of the Caribbean 5 and the next Alice in Wonderland movie. So we'll see how that goes for him. Black Mass gets a 7 out of 10. Alright guys, this has been your favorite critic 26. It's really been a while. I was supposed to do a review 2 weeks ago, but I was sick that weekend, so I didn't really want to watch a movie and have it up. So I found my Creep review, which was just sitting there, and I forgot to upload it. So hopefully you guys have had fun viewing that. Then last week I saw Black Mass. That review was supposed to be up like on Monday or even Wednesday at the latest. However, that's not going up till like now, so I apologize for that. I already have my next 2 reviews set, and they are not the live-action Alice in Wonderland movie. I'm not sure when that'll be done. I'll hopefully get it done real soon, because it will be October soon, which means I'll have to delve into some spooky movies, which I can't wait. So guys, my next review will be of Pitch Perfect 2. Make sure to look out for that. And if you enjoyed this review, please smack that like button, share it to your friends, and subscribe. As always, I'll see you guys next time. This has been your favorite critic 26.